Hey, badasses and love bugs. Bear with me. I couldn't hear the intro video, so I just want to make sure that the video is able. Okay, good. So I can hear it on my phone. So good morning, love bugs, badasses, and beautiful souls. How are you? Today is day two on me kind of diving in, answering some of the questions that I've been getting about the fuck them people self-love journal. So I'll be going through each day, kind of breaking it down, explaining it, basic overviews and some of the different sections, and just helping those of you that already have it dive in even deeper. Those of you that have been wondering if it's a good fit for you, to figure that question out for yourself and make that purchase if it is calling your name. If you don't know who I am Jasmine, also known as the Healing One. I own I Am Healing One LLC, and I am your favorite health and wellness expert, or your favorite spiritual health and wellness expert. I've had people call me both. And I am that crystal lady. So we're going to dive in today. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Here is a copy of the book. Y'all, I love it every time I see it. I'm like, I just get so excited. Now, to answer the question I get every day, do you use the journal? Yes, I do. I am not showing y'all mine because I got my personal stuff in there. So that's a no. There's this thing called boundaries. But yes, I do use it every chance I get. And I want to throw that out there. The reason that I did not put dates like January 1st, January 2nd, October 1st, October 2nd, etc., is because I wanted this book to be available to you whenever you purchase it, whether at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year, whether you are consistent for 3 days and then you take a mental health day, or you go on vacation and forget it, or you've got family in town, or work gets busy, or whatever's going on and you step away from it. I didn't want you to come back to it and be like, oh shit, I can't. And then you try to scratch them dates out or jumping ahead and feeling like you're wasting it because you're missing days. And so the way this book is set up, I showed you guys yesterday, is that and I always have to find that right angle in the lighting. There it is. It is set up so that it says day, like 70, I think that's 75, yes. Day 75, day 76, day 1, day 2, day 100, day 300. So when you take breaks and come back to it, you can pick up right where you left off and then keep that journey going for yourself, because it is designed to be personal for you. It is designed to speak to you, to nourish you, to encourage you right where you are, and not force you to fit in the bounds of something else. So I tried to make it as relaxed, as easygoing as possible, because that is what ministers to my soul, y'all. Like, I love intensives, I love group work, but I also love when I'm doing my own work in my own personal space to be chill, to be relaxed, to not be up under a time constraint or feel like I got to do it just exactly this way. So I did my best to speak to my personality, because I know a lot of you guys in my audience are just, very similar to me, have similar personalities. Y'all introverts who don't really like people, but you love people. You know what I'm saying? You like to do the healing work, but you like to take breaks. So today I want to speak to how to get started with the journal. So the first few pages, before you even jump into trying to get that angle, we're gonna figure this out. The first few pages are an introduction. There we go. Yeah, the first few pages are an introduction. You see that says my heart to yours. And I just break it down, like why I created the journal, the thoughts behind the journal, the different sections in the journal. I give you a list of supplies to get started. And that list is not exceptionally detailed or overwhelming. It is a basic supply list. And sorry if y'all can hear one of those big heavy trucks going past. But it's a basic list of supplies. It is a basic, okay, that's just loud. Hold one moment, y'all. Like, oh my. Okay, it's getting better. That was so distracting. I don't even know if y'all could hear it, but it was just like right in my ear. But a basic list of supplies so that you can prep yourself and get your things together. If you're like me and you know, okay, I want to know what to expect, I need to have it all right here lined out in front of me. I've got your supply list. There you go. Your supplies needed. And it just breaks down very simply the basic things that you can grab to start. Right here, I've got the crystals and herbs that are listed throughout the book. There we go. And you can grab those and get prepped ahead of time if you want to, in order to have them all ready to go as you progress through the book. That way you don't have to keep running out and trying to buy them, you know, every time you get to a new section. You can have them all right there. Yes, all of these items except for the herbs and spices are available in our online crystal shop, our Shopify store. All of the crystals, we sell a bundle package with the journal where you can buy the journal by itself, or you can grab the bundle with the crystals, or you can grab the bundle with the crystals and a quick 30-minute session with me to kind of help you tune into what do you really want to use this journal for, and to set a strategic path for you to make sure that you're maximizing the experience that you get from it and the outcome that you want to get from focusing on your self-love and making these positive changes through that process. We've thought about, you know, having the spices available, and that's something that we're looking into. But for right now, it's just easier for us to stay focused on the crystals. We'll keep you posted on that. And again, you know, the basic introduction in the beginning just tells you a little bit more about me. Again, explains why I created the journal and, you know, what you can expect from it. So let's get started. I'm going to show you this page that starts the first 30 days. So each 30 days is in its own section, right? I have a self-love quote or affirmation or something at the top to start it off. The second part is actually the crystal and the herb or spice, etc., that I recommend, and then any specific supplies that you'll need. So I will hold that page up so that you can see it. There you go. See, it says first 30 days there at the top. So that's a basic breakdown of how, and these are the supplies at the bottom. That's a basic breakdown of how each 30 days, I keep wanting to say 30 seconds, each 30 days starts. And then right after that, I have, if you can see on this page, I have the process. Again, talking you through the ritual. The ritual does not really change from month to month. It is a basic, very simple candle ritual that you can use with your crystals and your herbs to help you get started. And the reason that I did that, I have a lot of people that come to me from a lot of different paths, and you know, different cultures, different religious experiences, different community backgrounds, family backgrounds, etc. I have a lot of people in my audience and that shop with me and that come to me as clientele that are just getting started in this journey and trying to find their way and trying to figure out, you know, what they believe, what works for them, what resonates for them, right? And so I wanted this ritual to be something very simple, very easy to implement. If you wanted to take it with you on the road, you could pack up a couple of tea light candles if you're going on vacation or traveling for work. You know, if you are not in a space where you can have like whole big old altars and spaces set up for your prayer meditation experiences, then this is something you can do really easily, very quickly, very simply. Sorry, that same truck is. Okay, it's not as loud. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. They're doing construction on a house not far from me, so a lot of the trucks are going past this morning, I guess, to get in position. Anyway, and so that's the reason I kept the ritual very simple, the instructions very simple. Again, this book can be used if you are a complete newbie beginner to working with crystals, working with herbs and spices, you know, doing basic candle rituals to including your spiritual journey, to talk to your ancestors, your angels, God source, goddess energy, whatever it is that you believe in. This book, I do believe, is simple enough for you to get started right where you are. And it's still intensive enough with the process of the year that whether you're newbie or you're pretty encompassed in your journey and just wanting to dive in a little bit deeper and add more depth to it or segue a little bit for yourself, then it's still useful. So the next space or the next page is just blank pages, 3 blank pages. And that is space for you to doodle, write, ask yourself reflection questions. Make sure that you are documenting the things that really speak to your soul. As you do your ritual for the month, is there anything that came up particularly for you? Is there an herb that you substituted and you're like, that's it? I tend to do that. I don't just take things that people say, oh, try this, and do it that way. As I, do my candle ritual, my prayer rituals, my meditations, I will take the basic directions that I may have been given or researched or seen or heard about. And I'll talk to my angels and ancestors and be like, okay, how does this feel? Like, is this going to help me get the most bang for this experience? Is this going to help me get the alignment that I desire, the outcome that I desire in a way that feels good and peaceful and blissful to me? So I may substitute, I may add in extras. I may just take something out. And so as you do that, as you practice your spiritual space, leave yourself notes. What worked? What didn't work? What did you change? What didn't you like? Because then you can go back to this and refer back to it. Let's say you discover through this, because I have sections that focus on different things. One section is on self-love, one section is on forgiveness, one section is on money. There are different sections, right? Each 30 days has a specific focus as you're going through this year of self-love. So let's say you're working on the money ritual and you realize, ooh, I added a little bit of ginger to this, and ooh, baby, that worked. Write that in that blank doodle space, because now you get to go back and reference that the next time you want to do some money work for yourself. Or if you did some forgiveness work and you added another crystal in, or substituted a herb for yourself, or you added a specific mantra or affirmation, because they are different. Mantras are not affirmations. Affirmations are not mantras. Maybe you added in some specific EFT tapping or whatever, write those things, note those things down for yourself, because now you have this reference that you can go back to and say, let me get this money magic popping, right? That's the next thing that I want to highlight. Each section has its own focus. So again, the journal is broken down into 30 days. Each section has its own intention and focus. So for example, the first one is self-love and honor. Second one is grounding and feeling safe. Third one is energy of fertility. Now, I think I'll do a separate video about that tomorrow and go more in depth, or either later in the week and go more in depth, because a lot of women hear the word fertility, they be like, ain't trying to have no baby, got too many babies, whatever. It's not about getting pregnant. Now, you can use it for that, but fertility is so much bigger than that, so much broader than that, right? So that being said, I'll go deeper into that. Oh, thank you. So the next one is anchoring yourself. The next one is sweetness and sensuality. The next one is clearing and balancing. The next one is self-care. Next one is money and wealth. Next one is clarity and ease. Next section is overall healing and releasing. The next section is stamina and personal energy. Next section is making room for more. The final section is balancing, clearing, and resting. So again, each section has its own focus. And all of these are the different things that I have worked on in my own inner process of self-love, self-healing, self-honoring. And I'm just going to put the website back up here for you guys. Allowing myself to really be focused on me, right? Allowing myself to really be focused on my needs, my thoughts, my desires, so that I can thrive inwardly in order to share that outwardly. And so each focus is basic, a basic foundation, basic steps, right? Let's talk about building a house. The house has to have the foundation first. You got to make sure the earth is solid, build it up if necessary. Then most homes are going to have that concrete foundation. Then you got to put the structure up, the wood beams. Then you got to put drywall up. You got to put a roof up. You got all of these stages that you have to go through. Where the bathroom's going to go? Where's the kitchen? Where the bedrooms? Designing this space, making sure that as it's coming together, it's following the architectural design and specifications. You got to have your contractor there to make sure all the people, all the workers, all the employees are doing all the things to make sure that this house comes together, this final vision. Well, this journal is the same process. I put it together based on all the pieces that Spirit took me through to focus on in order to really revamp my self-love and deepen my self-love and allow me to really just see how motherfucking bad I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like, my self-love was always present the last few years. Before that, maybe not so much, but the last few years it was always present. But I started to realize that even though it was present, it was not priority. And so I had to shift in order to get back into my thriving space. I had to shift my priorities. I had to shift my focal points and put it squarely on me. And so again, going back to the title for a minute, that's why it's called Fuck Them People. A lot of people see that and they're like, I don't know. How am I supposed to feel about that? And I'm like, feel how you feel. It's okay to feel whatever you feel. I chose the title intentionally. I didn't make it huge on the cover. But this is the title, right? Fuck Them People, A Year Falling in Love with You, Self-Love Journal, Crystals, Reflection, and Rituals. Now, I chose that intentionally because that became my mindset. Fuck them people, they mama, they cat, they rat, that dog, the daddy, the brother, the sister, the cousin, and anything else that needed to be put in that pile. Because if it tried to take, or they tried to take precedence over me or priority over me, nah, fuck them. That's the mentality that I took. Now, if you want to know more about my journey, go back to the first video. It's here on the Facebook page, and it's also on the YouTube channel. Go back to the first video, and I'll go back and number each of these so that you'll know which one is which. Go back and watch that video. You'll see my journey through Christianity and spirituality as I talk about it, and me really taking the steps to implement those changes to put my self-love first. And like I said, I had to take that mindset because I recognized that I was a people pleaser. I had no fucking boundaries. I do believe that I was caught in this cycle of codependency with everybody because I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to be wanted by the people around me, to heal those childhood wounds that I had from mom, dad, from family members, from, the traumatic things that I experienced. I was always looking for that approval. And I didn't even realize it. It was so ingrained in me, guys. I didn't even realize it until one day I just started asking myself the questions. Like, why do I do this thing? Or why do I respond that way? Why do I act this way? Why do I feel this way when people do certain things or say certain things to me? And I'm not even talking about like being with a man or a romantic relationship. I'm talking about people, period, relationship, period. Even in my friendships with my sister girls, even in my friendship with my mom, even in my friendship with family members, I really started to look at how I was behaving and how my behavior affected me and what I needed to change and was willing to change in order to cultivate a different experience, right? So the title, it was that simple for me. And, a lot of people that have been buying the journal will be like, you know what? That sold it for me. Like, that has been my mindset. And then there are some people that was like, I had to think about this for a second because I was like, oh, I had to clutch my pearls. And then I realized, yeah, that's not a bad thing. And so this is why I wanted to start talking about this and coming live and giving you insight and behind the scenes into the journal to really help you figure out how to use it, how to maximize your experience with it, get the most out of it, get the biggest bang through this process as you can for yourself, and to really break down some of the tips and suggestions on how I use it and what my customers are telling me as they use it as well. So I have a goodie for y'all. It's not ready yet. I have a coaching friend that tagged in and she's working on some stuff for y'all. She's a Reiki energy healer. She does a lot of the same work that I do as well. And she is coming up with some self-love products for you all that's going to be included as a free gift. for those that are ordering the journal in the next few weeks. So she is working on that now, putting them together, letting them bake in her amazing Reiki energy. And then she'll be sending me pictures and I'll be sharing them with y'all. I'm hyping y'all up because I am hyped. What? So I think that one of them is going to be a wax melt, a scented wax melt, and I think one item may be some lip gloss. But again, I will keep you guys posted in the next few days as she starts to put them together. I'll be sharing pictures. She may be even sending me some video. I'm not sure. I got to check in with her. And then y'all, as you start to order the journal in the next few weeks, it will be included as a free gift. So the journal is originally $50. However, we have had it on sale since we launched it on May 21st for $35. And it just got such a great response. We decided to keep it there for a little bit longer to make sure that it was as affordable and as accessible to as many people as possible. So make sure that you jump on it, order your copies. And I have some amazing ladies that order every single week. Like every time they get paid every week or every 2 weeks, they like, hey, send me some more journals, because they ordering for mamas, daughters, sisters, coworkers, besties. They're ordering for everybody as gifts, prayer circles, healing circles, sister circles. They are on it. So hit me up, guys. Click the link if you want to find out more about me. I am healingone.org. If you want to grab your copy of the journal or grab multiple copies for yourself and your loved ones, I'll make sure that I update the video information and have that in here. If you want to join the Inner Soul Cafe membership, you get access to me via Voxer if you want to grab that VIP option, or you could just keep the base option where you just dive into all of my content. You get downloads, workbooks, PDFs, audios, tons of videos, literally hundreds of hours of videos in there on every subject that you can think of. Shadow work, self-love, gratitude. My badass class is included in the membership. Now, those of y'all that have been rocking with me for a minute, listen, my badass journey was literally what started me really transitioning my business to go virtual, because before that I worked with hospice families. I still did in-home care with hospice families and coaching. And I knew that I was coming up to a transition point. I didn't know when, but I just knew I was coming up to a transition point. And so I went live on my page, right here on the Facebook page, for 30 days. Like, listen, I feel a change coming, y'all. I'm embracing my badass. Let's go for it and see what's coming. And through that process, let's just say my entire life changed. Like, everything changed in that 30 days, because I literally dove in the deep end, had no idea what was coming on the other side, but I dove in and it was worth it. Let me just tell you, it was worth it. But literally all of those videos are in there. I ended up revamping it and turning it into a 7-day journey as well. So you get access to both of those in the membership. And it's only $44 a month. What? So I will make sure that link is on here as well. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. If you have questions about the journal, don't hesitate to message us or reach out to us here on the Facebook page. And if you want to do wholesale orders of the journal, like 10 copies or more, 15 copies or more, 20 copies or more for your larger groups, let me know and we can definitely work with you on that as well. I love you guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to come back and break down the fertility section on how you can use that, the energy of fertility, because that's a question that I get a lot. So I had to make sure that I include that to go more in depth on why I use the energy of fertility all the time in my business and how I use it all the time in my business and my life every single day. I love you guys. Reach out if it's time for us to work together. You know, say the word and I got you, baby. Let's create some spiritual magic. In the meantime, keep being amazing. Keep being your badass self. Keep showing the fuck up. Because the more you show up for yourself, you become unstoppable. And let me say this. I had a moment where I realized that I am no longer in competition. Now, I realized this years ago. I am not in competition with any other person. I only considered myself to be in competition with me, right? Always trying to be the best version of me. And then I had a moment recently where I was like, fuck that. I don't want to be in competition with me. I just am. I literally just am the best version of myself every single moment of every single day because I am being. I am being me. I am being love. I am being wealth. I am being health. I am being prosperity. I am being all the things that I desire. I simply am. So fuck the old me. I don't have to be in competition with her. I can love her. I can lay her to rest. I can grieve the parts of me that have to be let go. I can forgive the parts that I was angry at. I can nurture the parts that still need a little healing. But she is there. I am here in this moment. So I let the past part of me exist where she needs to. And I simply am. I'll do another video about that to go more in depth with you guys at a later time. But I needed to say that to y'all for whatever reason. Whoever needs it, pick it up, run with it, use it. Mwah. I love you guys. Stay beautiful and stay badass more than anything else. Stay badass. I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah.